What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will be reacting to episode 3 from the Dirt series. I have absolutely loved getting through this series. Episode 1 was great, episode 2 was even better, so I've got high hopes going into episode 3. I think there's 5 episodes in this series, so we're just halfway through now. Yeah, this is like getting me even more into like dirt racing. I'll probably end up actually trying to like follow the sport now, so that'll be another sport that I add to the many motorsports that I already watch. But yeah, I'm excited to get into episode 3, but before we do that, make sure you subscribe. Over half of you that are watching my videos still aren't subscribed. Just hit the bell, it takes 2 seconds, and if you'd like to become a member on my channel and receive exclusive perks, you can also do that by hitting the join button down below. Right, let's go. Previously. Oh yeah, because neither of them won, did they?
I was gonna drive my ass off to try and win.
It made me, the episode made me think that
kind of realized that you don't have a shot to win.
Kyle or Justin was gonna win, and then neither of them did.
That was a painful loss.
The next stop for Kyle Larson is in Ohio at racing legend Tony Stewart's world-famous Eldora Speedway. Larson has arrived to compete in the King's Royal, a 4-day, 4-race event that culminates in the literal crowning of racing royalty.
Wow,
He's
just moving from
grueling competition behind the wheel of a sprint car,
different races
around the track
to
at up to
the next set of races, and this man just doesn't stop.
Yeah, just do a selfie. I got it. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Oh, I gotta get in.
I love his race suit. The colours on his race suit look really nice.
Owen, has your sister took her suit off yet? No.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Elk Grove, California, in the Finley Farms, Charlton and Son, Falcons Brothers Trucking Flow Racing, JVI Group number 57.
If you can kind of get in that pocket a little bit, you can just carry a lot more speed from the center to exit.
Wow. I love that not only can he like drive so many different things,
In 2011, I made the.
he also
the move
knows
to
what he's talking
Indiana.
about.
I knew my career wasn't going to go anywhere until
Love
I
it.
got out of California.
It was just the next step that he had to take.
I actually do remember my first time walking into Eldora. My first glance down the track was like middle of non-wing qualifying, and Brad Sweet, I think, was running the Indy Race Parts car and flipped. It was like silent except for you just hear every thump that he hit the track, and I was like, dang, this place is sick.
What?
I finally got my opportunity to race the 4 Crown in 2011, and I'd never raced at Eldora.
Couldn't say the
before
same
that night.
when I saw a crash at Silverstone.
I knew I was gonna be good in the midget. I
I did
pretty
not sit there and
confident
go,
I would win the
wow,
race.
this place is
I
sick.
had no clue about the sprint car or the Silver Crown, really, for that matter. We ended up winning the midget race, and the non-wing sprint car race was maybe one of the luckiest races of my career.
That sprint car race, man, I'll never forget it.
Larson drives deep down to the inside.
Dave Darlin was leading. I found this line that worked for me 1 and 2, and took the restart and almost got around him. I think I clipped his rear bumper and then squirted by him into 3.
Contact out of extra
Wow.
off the turn 4 second gear national sprint car win Kyle Larson.
After the sprint car race, I was like, it's done. Like, I'm winning this Silver Crown race.
Here we go. 50 laps. Larson Jones, bring us to green.
That, to this day, is probably the most perfect race I feel like I've ever ran in my career.
Wow.
Got a new leader, Kyle Larson to the top spot.
I got goosebumps.
For the second man ever to do it, Kyle Larson sweeps the 4 Crown National.
Only one other driver had ever won, all the divisions in one night. I'm not sure I'd really met Tony Stewart to this point ever. He comes up to me or tells somebody that he's giving me a $10,000 bonus for winning all 3, which I think Jack Hewitt got the same thing whenever he won.
To watch a kid
What?
come in there that had never been there before and first time figuring out how to be fast. We're seeing the beginning of somebody's massively huge career starting here.
Kyle Larson is king.
I got chills all over my body.
I feel like that night definitely changed my career.
It's the home of the $2 beer too, so the fans come here and they know that, hey, we can get a lot of beers pretty cheap.
Wow, get me there.
Track racing addiction, it's real.
Suddenly I'm going to the States.
We come to camp and party and the race breaks out.
This is the greatest week of my life right here.
Coming to racing here at Eldora since 1978.
Failed to qualify.
Superstitions
no.
are a tough thing. I would say I'm probably superstitious, mostly when it comes to like my helmets.
Okay.
If I'm struggling for a longer period of time, I always have a helmet that I had success with that's in the trailer that I'll pull it out. GoPros are just not my friend. Anytime I've ever put them on, something's happened.
It's just one of their deals, dude. I gotta take the GoPros off. I don't really care either way whether they're on there or not, but he's the one out there winning races for us.
Even something out of my control happens. For some reason in my head, GoPros are the reason that it happened.
I think it's a good excuse once you're done racing, and we all have those kind of superstitions. He's not the only one who did. I always do my right glove on first.
Right side of my Hans goes on to my left side. There's certain steps that I do that are all the same every time.
Where did that come from?
Okay.
I don't know. Gas pedal's on the right, so I just do right stuff first.
Man, it's got to be freaking tiring to be that superstitious and have to worry about what socks you're putting on that day.
You control the things you control. If I can control not having a GoPro on my car, I tend to not have them. It's just in my head now. It's so deeply in my head that
yeah, once you like latch onto something, just think that getting out of that routine.
He's really fast. Any type of car he runs, midget, sprint car, silver ground car, wing sprint car, you'd never see him running anywhere but the fence, and he does it better than anybody.
First time I ran above it.
Me too. He kind of scratched and clawed and started winning races.
When I started racing against him, when he'd come back and beat him a couple times and just start to, I guess, earn respect a little bit, I guess. What do you think?
I think when you're talking to a buddy at the racetrack, it could be all sorts of different topics. Especially with Tyler. Girls. Gotta have a couple drinks tonight, though. A couple. You know, he's one of my best friends. He was, in my wedding, which, he's a lot of people's friends, so he's in a lot of weddings. But my daughter loves him.
He's kind of the one that pushed me to go wing racing, to get out of my comfort zone. He believed that I could be good at it. Give a little bit of credit for him to push me to kind of take that next step of my career.
This race hasn't occurred in 19 years, and every sprint car driver in Eldora is hungry for the $100,000 first prize. But first up, you have to drive like hell to make it into the race at all.
I remember in 2011 and 12, I would really have to think about which car I'm getting in. I remember being lined up in staging and close my eyes and all right, it takes this sort of technique to drive a wing sprint car.
Is set for green flag competition in heat race number 4. Winner starts 3rd in the historical Big One feature.
He's just the type of driver, even if the car is not the greatest, he will fix the car with his driving style or different lines more than having to fight it the whole time.
Now I don't even think about what car I'm getting in at all. I just get in, and I guess it's like riding a bike.
10 laps, top 3 go to the feature.
I guess.
Starts 3rd in the historical Big One feature. Green flag waving. Zach Hampton with the immediate lead, now challenged by the 57 of Kyle Larson. Brock Searfoss by both of them.
Brock Searfoss, the buy one, get one free down the backstretch, shoots in the lead, and he'll lead lap number 1 with Larson in second.
Brock Searfoss maintains the race lead, and Kyle Larson not close enough to try anything yet.
Time starting to run out with 2 laps to go. Searfoss will bring us to the white line. 1 to go off of turn number 4.
Oh, trouble! Car spinning. It is the 40 lap and an air racer with no place to go. Gets into him and upside down.
Got lucky with a caution late in the heat race. Zierfoss started deep and got to lead the first corner. Then there was a wreck and I had to restart.
Brock Zierfoss had a 1.3 second lead. That goes away now. Kyle Larson will start right behind him.
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
Very
and this
lucky
is a
there.
great opportunity. I cannot wait. What's going to happen here?
Green flag waves. Kyle
Come
Larson
on.
comes after Brock Zierfoss. Sackhampton rips the top, maintains the third spot. As Larson looks for the lead in 1 and 2.
Was able to move my wing back and just run the middle for a couple laps and slide him coming out of 4.
Go on. Come on. Wow, I got goosebumps. The slow-mo, everyone's starting to stand up.
Larson slides in front. What a heat race finish.
Kyle Larson getting the win in the last corner.
Wow.
57.
That is what racing is about.
And that was the difference, I think, of me starting 3rd or 10th.
That is why I love motorsport.
Off at turn number 4,
Just
the
that clip
second man ever to do it.
explains it
Kyle
all.
Larson sweeps the 4 Crown National.
The 4 Crown changed my life forever. I feel like because as a 19-year-old, I was like, dang, like $10,000? Like, this is crazy. What am I going to do with all this?
Drivers have qualified and the lineup is set. It's race time at Eldora.
Okay, bring it on. I'm excited.
Feeling the heat in this historic and punishing sprint to $100,000.
A lot of people try to complain that he shows up and takes our money or whatever. It just makes you take yourself to that next step to want to beat him. And trust me, I want to beat him every time he shows up.
As does everyone, I'm learning.
I used to definitely get, nervous, just the anticipation of a big race. I miss the nerves a little bit. Fun feeling to kind of like power through and overcome.
When you get $100,000 on the line, you just got to sack up and go do it.
Cy Lynch and Tyler Courtney bring the field to the green flag in the historical Big Wood. Sunshine leads down the back straightaway. Kerry Madsen to the inside of Kyle Larson, racing for the 3rd spot.
Tyler, I feel like, is a level up of riskiness compared to me there.
I just try to be the first guy up on the fence and let it all hang out.
He was leading, and I was running 2nd. I was chasing him down.
Sunshine to the inside, goes 3 wide in traffic.
I felt really good about my car, and then the red came out, and then I got flat.
Oh no.
Red flag conditions on the speedway. Flat right rear tire on the number 57.
Oh no.
Change of events.
Tire going back on.
They had watered the track before the feature, so it was like super dusty and dirty. And when I went to the back of the pack, it was just so hard to go forward because the track was so dirty and you couldn't get grip anywhere.
Trouble on the backstretch. Great kids are upside down.
We're 8 laps since. The drivers have a good idea of what they're working with on their car. What crews can make the right swings on the car to make big changes, as we still got a lot of racing left here at the historical Big One. Nearly side by side for the lead as we close on halfway. Rico, Abreu all over Tyler Courtney.
It's getting a bit dramatic. I'm getting stressed.
Rico passed through the middle. I just started plugging it in on the fence and was able to get back by him after we slid each other for, and it felt like forever, but got by him, got to ripping good again, and then Brent kind of come in the picture.
Wow.
Marks looking for the lead out of turn 4. Brent Marks, your new historical Big One leader.
He knew that if he could clear me off the wall, then once he got up in front of me, he could just kind of take my air and line away.
Brent Marks moves up to protect that high line. Courtney turns it back underneath him, looking for the lead once again. Brent Marks still has it.
Oh my god, who's gonna get it? I have no idea. I'm trying to work it out in my head and I don't know. Oh my god.
They race into 3 and 4 for the final time.
Come on, don't leave me hanging like that. Wow. So again, neither of them won it.
When you're about to hit something, like when you know you're about to hit something, that's when you're like, oh, I hope this isn't gonna hurt.
Oh no. Oh my god, I just got instant goosebumps.
My wife and I usually always sit like kind of there on the back straightaway going into turn 3, those seats there. You know, I saw him kind of going up into turn 1 there, and it just looked like a odd entry. Once he got up on the wall, I knew that he was going to tumble, and the next guy came at him, and they pretty much hit roll cage to roll cage, Kyle upside down, and that guy face on into him, which punted Kyle another 30, 40 yards. And I just got up and just started running, went through the tunnel, went through the infield, running that direction. All of a sudden it kind of hit me of, man, do I even want to get over there? Because, you know, what am I going to see when I get there?
Because of those wrecks doesn't make Eldora any more intimidating to me. It's just knowing sprint cars in general are intimidating and hurt really bad when you wreck.
Yeah, because those things just spin like there's no tomorrow.
Sprint car, like, yes, you don't think about it, you know, before you go out there and race, but like there's an opportunity that you're going to hurt yourself.
Little crashes happen here and there. There's always incidents over the years that have happened that kind of put you in check.
White flag in the air at Daytona.
Oh god.
Kyle Larson with Dale Jr. on his
We're gonna have to
bumper.
see like a whole crash compilation throughout the years. I'm not ready. I'm scared. Oh, is that his car?
That incident starts to happen, you know, and I'm kind of following Kyle, and I can see, you know, that, you know, he's the one into the fence, and, you know, and I can tell the car comes off the fence. There's no engine in it.
Oh,
my wife, you know, she looks at me and she's, who was that? And I just pointed, I said, that's your son. His engine is in
I just got chills.
I go, we need to get down there.
You know, something like this, to this point, has not slowed me down.
Love that though. Face the fear and do it anyway.
Next in Kings Royal Week is the night before. The final race before the Kings Royal itself, and the last opportunity for Larson and Courtney to test their mettle against the toughest competition in sprint car racing.
Where'd you get the nickname Sunshine?
This is what I want to know.
He actually is the one that coined the name Sunshine. So I haven't always had short hair like this. I used to have long, blonde, curly hair, and between my personality and hair and smile and all that kind of stuff, Brian started calling me Sunshine, and the crew guys started calling me Sunshine. I still think there's people to this day that don't know have an actual name, which is Tyler Courtney. To have that story, you know, linked back with Brian and have that connection to him is something that, you know, I'll get to cherish the rest of my life.
You blisters? Well, no, I got hit with a rock, pulling a tear off early on, but you got rocked? I got rocked.
A guy that loves the sport and loves coming to work every day and love the guys I'm working with, especially right now, and you know, that's what I live for.
When you're doing all these things together, going down the road, you just naturally become closer, and that summer was really the summer that ignited my true love for racing.
Off of turn number 2, Wyndham Cottle Clausen, not close enough to make the move. Here comes BC through 3 and 4, first-time winner. Tyler Courtney wins the opening night of Indiana Sprint Week at Gas City.
Wow.
I've been busting my butt for the last 4 years in a sprint car around here, and to beat a guy like Brian Clausen and Chris Wyndham, guys that are two of the best in our sport.
We know deep down inside that anything can happen, and but it's our job to not think about that and go out there and
Did something to happen to him?
do the things that we
This
need to do.
feels like really bittersweet.
Keep your eyes on Scott Hatton, a fast car in the 1. Oh, and we got a wheel loose.
Oh, and Clausen right in the wall, and BC went over again.
A big impact.
Oh my God.
Scott Hatton, contact between himself and Clausen. We mentioned it was getting difficult for the lap cars running on fast.
Now at 5, mourning the loss of Indiana's own race car driver Brian Clausen. The Noblesville resident died last night from injuries in a horrific dirt track crash in Kansas over the weekend. The 27-year-old, who recently competed in the 100th running of the Indianapolis 500, was also considered the nation's top short track dirt car driver.
2016, we unfortunately lost Brian Clausen in a racing accident, which was tough on everyone.
That's
You know,
so
this is
sad.
a guy that I spent most of my teenage years with and looking up to as a mentor, role model.
Brian had a huge impact on the sport. It was definitely sad and a big hit to grassroots racing, losing Brian Clausen.
It's kind of my Superman, so you don't ever think Superman or Batman, they don't die, right? And so when your Superman or Batman passes away, it makes you realize a lot of things, and
I'm gonna
that
cry.
anything can happen to anybody. It's really hard at the time, and it still is hard, now. At the end of the day, I kind of wish he was here to be able to tell me if I'm doing a good job or not.
Oh.
Do you ever feel any fear when you get in the car that things can go wrong?
No, if you're ever scared in a race car, you need to stop. If you ever lose that edge to put yourself on the edge of disaster, you're never gonna be as good as you need to be. If I ever lose that edge or I'm not having fun anymore, I'm done racing.
It's a fair point.
So lineups being tabulated now. They'll be
that's
sent
really
down to the
sad.
pit area. Opening ceremonies will come up in just a few moments here. Again, we are going to rush through things just as quickly as we can. We do have more rain in the area.
Oh no, not rain. Oh, is it raining? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Race fans, may we have your attention, please? Your attention, please, race fans. The remainder of tonight's Night Before the King's Royal program has been postponed due to the rain.
That episode was an emotional roller coaster. I've said it each time I've watched an episode, but that one was my favourite so far. Kept me hanging for, kept me guessing for episode 4. So I'm really excited to watch the next episode. Yeah, that was really good. So with that being said, if you have any other videos that you'd like me to react to, drop them in the comments. I'm working my way through everybody's suggestions at the moment. If you did want to check out any of my other socials, they are all linked down below. And if you want to become a member on this channel and receive exclusive perks, you can also do that by hitting the join button down below. But I hope you enjoyed today's reaction, and I will catch you next time for the next one. Bye!